Hi guys, it's Patricia, your independent Scentsy consultant from Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. Today I'm happy to bring to you Fall and Winter 2020 transition set. Now what that means is when we retire the spring and summer catalog, we bring in new testers for the fall and winter. Some of them are brand new, called new releases. Some of them are new to the catalog, but we've seen them before. And some of them are returning. So what I'm going to do is highlight all 50 scents. I will go over the ones that we've seen before a little bit quicker. And the new releases and the new to the catalog ones, I'll take a little bit more time, and I'm going to go in alphabetical order. And the interesting thing is there's 15 scents that I had my family members smell and give their rating. So I will discuss the family rating. I have them in this envelope here. I kind of had a glance quickly at them, but I don't really know the results. So I might have to pause the video here and there just to add things up. But let's get into it. We are going to start with the first one on the list. And it happens to be a new release. And it is Almond Croissant. And this is in the bakery category. The scent description is, a fresh baked croissant is made even more heavenly with cinnamon sugar and an infusion of almond. And I do like almond scents, and I'm hoping I'm really going to like this. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. The almond doesn't scream almond extract. It's like a softened almond. Almost like you can smell the skin of the almond. I don't get much cinnamon. That's one thing that I'm not getting. But I definitely get the bakery, a little bit of a buttery bakery tone. It's about a medium or a medium soft in nature. So let me just say, I would say I like that one. And let me pull out my family ratings. Now, I'm just going to show you. What I do is I give 2 points if my family loves it, 1 point if my family likes it, and 0 points if they don't like it. The most a scent can get is 8 because we have 4 people participating in the family rating. My middle child is special needs, so he can't do it. But my daughter passed me hers, and I kind of just glanced without looking, and look what she did. She put some ratings in the middle. So I said, you can't do that. She said, well, I was on the fence. So I guess we're going to have ones with 0.5. But let's see. Almond Croissant, it has 3 out of 8. I liked it, and my husband loved it, and my 2 kids disliked it. So that is Almond Croissant. I would say good for a smaller zone. Doesn't smell like it's going to be really, really strong. The next scent is in the spice category, and it is apple and cinnamon sticks. The scent notes for this bestseller is apple peel, spiced white pumpkin, and a touch of oak. Yeah, and this one you can definitely smell the difference. It's not like a traditional apple and cinnamon. And there's actually no cinnamon in the scent description, but it's definitely in here. But it's almost like a little bit of a cologne-y twist with that oak. And the white pumpkin just gives it a little bit of a difference in characteristic. It definitely can smell like a weird pumpkin. It's not like a traditional pumpkin. This one is not a favorite of mine, but it is very strong. So if you like strong, assertive, open concept types scents, then you are going to do well with that one. Next one we have is Apple and Oats. And this is a new release, and it's in the bakery category. It says rich, buttery oats, caramelized apple, and warm hints of cinnamon beckon straight from a farmhouse kitchen. This is kind of dry. Yeah, you can definitely smell like oatmeal. And I don't get a lot of cinnamon. And I don't get a ton of apple either. I get mostly oatmeal. So it being in the bakery category, that kind of makes sense. And I would say this is a little shy of medium as well. This doesn't smell overly strong. And I would say I like that. So let me just see what my family thinks. So my family rating, when I added up everything, was 3 out of 8. My daughter didn't like it. She's the pickiest one in the family, so that is Apple and Oats. Not surprising that she didn't like that one. She's not a big bakery fan. The next scent we are going to discuss is Around the Campfire. So Around the Campfire is in the woods category, and this is a new release as well. And it says, make some memories in the mountain air as notes of fresh fallen wood and smoky embers help set the scene. Okay, you can definitely get smoky embers. There's like a pleasant, almost like a mintiness here. Maybe it's the fresh mountain air. I like that note in there. And the fallen wood. The wood smells like, almost like you are in like, you know, you're going on a tour and you're in an old cabin and they're giving you a historical tour. Like it kind of smells like that to me. I like this. I don't think my family probably would, but I like it. Let me see what they said. All right. I'm giving it a like. My daughter did not like it. My son did not like it, and my husband did not like it. So the family rating on Around the Campfire is just 1 out of 8. So, and I would expect that that one might be have a narrow target. Now, in strength, let me just smell that again. It's only like about a medium, or maybe a little bit shy of that. I like this one. I don't love it, but I like it. I am okay with that one. So the next one is Autumn Hearth, and this one is returning. And this one is in the spice category. It says, cue up a classic. Apple, cinnamon, and tonka are all about fall. And tonka is like a spin-off of vanilla. It has a little bit of caramel and honey tones, some people think. And I'm sorry, you can probably hear my kids in the background. Yeah, and this is almost like a more tolerable version of apple and cinnamon sticks to me. This is what I kind of wish apple and cinnamon sticks was. And this is one of my mom's favorites, and this is about a medium performer. Yeah, this is really nice. I really like this in an entranceway. It's really warm and inviting, so that's Autumn Hearth. The next one we're going to talk about is a new release. It is called Autumn Road Trip in this nice orange colored wax. And this one is in the fruit category, I believe. Yes. It says, take a tour through crisp harvest apple, just pick Anjou pear, and a forest of towering silver oak. So we have harvest apple, Anjou pear, and oak, silver oak. Yeah, and this is kind of a little bit like painted leaves, a little bit like painted leaves. And it's got a tiniest, a bit of a masculine cologne essence on the back end. Yeah, you get a little zing. I would say I like that. I don't love it. So far I haven't loved any of them, but try not to be negative. So that one got 3 out of 8 for the family rating as well. My daughter probably didn't give very high scores. Yeah, this one would probably, it's about a little bit stronger than a medium. So I think it would do okay in an open concept, but time will tell. I will pick up the bars and warm them slowly, and I will be warming them in Tester Tuesday this week. We're going to be drawing for them. The next scent we're going to talk about is Autumn Sunset, and this is in the spice category. And this one has been around for a while. It's a dark purple wax. It says apples, pumpkins, fall leaves, and spices, a top 10 fragrance. So I think they put the top 10 fragrance when it first came out. I don't think it's top 10 anymore, but you never know. Yeah, and this is a very assertive cinnamon and spices. It's very potpourri, heavy on the cinnamon, like craft store, potpourri, aggressive cinnamon. I like those kind of scents. I'm okay with it. And that is Autumn Sunset. And one thing about fall and winter scents is they do tend to be a little bit stronger and a little bit longer lasting because of the scent pyramid. The next scent we're going to discuss is a good one, and it is Be Merry, and this is in the woods category. So the scent notes for Be Merry, or scent description, it says, joy abounds in pine boughs dotted with holly leaf and cassis. And this was the scent of the month in November 2018, I believe, and it was a winner. It is so nice. You definitely get the cassis, and the cassis kind of reminds me of a cranberry, vibrant red berry. It's very, very nice, and you get that good balance of the tree notes, and the holly is just the icing on the cake. It is so nice. That is really good. This is one of the ones that I would suggest everyone picking up to try, even if you don't like tree notes. This one is one that's going to make you a believer. So Be Merry is an excellent one. Highly recommend. The next one we are going to discuss is Best in Snow, and this is a new release in the fresh category. The scent description is frosted evergreen, cool mint, and a breath of pure icy air posed together in a prize-winning winter snapshot. Ooh, this is like super minty. This is like icy mint. Like, so there's peppermint, and there's like almost like a winter icy mint. Like a very sweet mint. almost like if you took vanilla mint and changed the mint, that's what this is. So the mint is very cool and like icy sweet. It reminds me of a dental office, and I do work at a dental office, but yeah, I don't know if I like this or... I definitely like it. It's almost a love. I think I'm gonna really like this, but we'll probably say like, just to be, maybe I'll do in the middle like my daughter. That's kind of sneaky, but. So that one would get 4.5 out of 8. The family rating on Best in Snow is 4.5 out of 8. The next scent on our list is Blood Orange Spice. Now I am surprised this one came back. This one had mixed reviews. Personally, it's not a favorite of mine. However, in the catalog, it says bestseller. Who knew? This is described as this sweet tart trio of candied apple, blood orange puree, and cinnamon stick will satisfy your autumn obsession. Yeah, and I don't know about this one. It reminds me of a little bit of like a candied apple doll, and you almost like the apple was deteriorating a little bit. And the spice of with the blood orange, I don't know. It's very tangy. You can definitely get the apple, the blood orange, and some spice. It's a good balance of all three, but just not a medley that I like. From my memory, this was a medium performer. I don't remember it being overly strong, but I think I remember it lasting and lasting and lasting. So if you like long-lasting scents, you want to try Blood Orange Spice. All right, the next one on our list is Breakfast in Bed, and this is a new release. And this one is in the bakery category, and it says, wake up to a warm pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and topped by a sweet cinnamon drizzle. Let's see. I thought Breakfast in Bed might have coffee in it, but I guess it doesn't. Okay, so this is like almost like Stroopwafel Delight met like a pumpkin. I get more pumpkin and a little tiny twinge of the black raspberry. So it's almost like you took porch pumpkin and Stroopwafel Delight, 1 and 1, and then you take half a cube of like black raspberry vanilla and you chuck that in. I don't really get the cinnamon drizzle so much. It does have a depth and a warmth to it, which is really nice. And I would say it's about medium strength. So that is Breakfast in Bed. That's a pretty good one. Let me see what the family rating of that one is. That one is 5 out of 8. So that is Breakfast in Bed. The next one is actually a returning scent from last year's catalog, and it is Candied Cranberry Pecan. So Candied Cranberry Pecan, I believe, is in this, it's always in a weird category to me. Just one second. It's in the bakery. I always think it's more fruity. This says classic cranberries and pecans are sweetened by sugarcane and a ribbon of brandied plum. Yeah, and I definitely get like a brandy. I get like a dried fruit, almost like a fruit roll-up. I can smell cranberries and I can smell a little bit of pecan. I don't get a lot of pecan, and I think that's why it's not very bakery to me. Yeah, it smells like a homemade fruit roll-up that you made in one of those things that dehydrates the fruit. And it's not overly sweet, so if you don't like sweet scents, then you might want to pick this one up. And this one is pretty good mixed with bakery if you want to bakery it up a little bit more. That is fairly strong as well. Candied Cranberry Pecan. Now this one coming was a former scent of the month from last September, and it is back in the catalog, or actually in the catalog for its first time, Caramel Apple Craze. So Caramel Apple Craze is in the fruity section, and it is described as creamy golden caramel, sweet red delicious apples, and whipped vanilla. And this is a strong scent. Let me tell you folks, this is a good performer. Whoa. You can smell caramel, you can smell a little bit of apple, but a lot of caramel. And there's not a lot of the whipped vanilla, so it's not a very vanilla-based scent. If you don't like vanilla-based scents, you might want to try this. You have to like caramel to like this. You have to like red apple. It's predominantly caramel and a little bit red apple. And there's a little special note that gives it a nice high volatile tone when you warm it. It just spreads like the dickens. It goes everywhere. So that is caramel apple craze. A lot of people are going to be very happy that one is back. Super great performer. The next one is a family favorite in the wood category, and it is Cedar Cider. I've told this story before. My family is picky. You'll see with the ratings. This is the only scent that everybody in the family commented individually on their own that they liked this scent. So I always remember this scent. I have not ever had a scent of any company that they've complimented again. So Cedar Cider is in the woods category. It's as an autumn medley of the reddest apples, cinnamon sticks, and vanilla beans nestled among fragrant white cedar branches. Yeah, and this is a very sophisticated, like well-balanced medley of all those scent notes. The cedar ties everything together so it gives it a very sophisticated feel. When you warm it, your house just smells very fulfilled with fragrance. It's probably about a medium performer, but it's so nice. You can smell like a little bit of pumpkin and apple together and just the perfect amount of cinnamon. It's probably like not a bakery cinnamon, not a red hot, kind of in the middle. This is really nice. I highly recommend picking this one up to try, and that is Cedar Cider. The next one we are going to discuss is Christmas Cactus, a beautiful, beautiful green colored wax in the woods category as well. It says agave nectar and citrus trim Siberian fir for a new kind of winter wonderland. And this is very vibrant, and that agave kind of just sweetens the daylights out of that cactus note. This is a really nice, different kind of Christmas scent, and that's why I like it. Now for me, I do get the fir, and after a while of warming, the fir kind of changes to a little bit of a urine kind of cat pee smell. But if you find that happens to you, you can remove it before it gets there, because it's probably like day 2 or 3, I think, that it does that. I can't remember. But this is really nice. I would probably remove it before, and your nose might not pick up on that, but this is such a nice, different kind of fresh Christmas scent. It is in the woods category, but it's definitely a fresh woods scent. The next one we are going to discuss is Christmas Cottage. This is a bestseller, and it is in the spice category. It says a cozy, inviting blend of Valencia oranges, raspberries, cloves, and spices. Now what it's leaving out is cinnamon. There's definitely cinnamon in here. Lots and lots. You can get the brightness of the raspberry mixed with a little bit of orange. And you also get clove, but you get cinnamon. This is super, super well loved. Christmas Cottage, a lot of people love this one. And it is a pretty good performer. About a medium plus on strength, and I think it lasts about an average amount of time from my memory. The next one is Cider Mill, a beautiful orange colored wax. Cider Mill is in the spice category. This one is described as brings together fresh apples, crushed pumpkin, and simmering spices for a cozy autumn treat. I know I like this one. Oh, this just makes me happy. It's so delicious. It's sweet. It's perfectly blended. The apples, a little tiny bit of pumpkin. If you don't like pumpkin, definitely pick this up. Pick it up because it's just a beautiful medley, and it reminds me of I think it's pumpkin apple from Bath and Body Works. And it also is similar to apple pumpkin from Yankee, or whatever, vice versa. This is so, so nice. Or even like apple cider from Yankee. This is just so nice and wonderful. That is Cider Mill. Great one. The next one on our list is Cinnamon Bear, and guess what? This is a top seller. This is described as crisp, spicy cinnamon with a touch of cloves. So of course, this one's in the spice category. It's pretty red hot cinnamon. It's a good mixer with things. Woo! I always drop something. I think I just got excited about the cinnamon. And I do find some of the testers seem dry, like when I warm them, they're dry. Yeah, this one is a medium plus on strength, getting closer to strong. And it's very red hot cinnamon. There's not a lot going on with this. I remember the past scent description used to say something to the effect of similar to the Red Hot's candy, and that's exactly what you get with this. So that is Cinnamon Bear. The next one on our list is Cloudberry Dreams. Cloudberry Dreams, where are you? Here you are in the fruit category. Says sweet raspberry and a whisper of rose soar through billowy bursts of peach and vanilla. So this one is the one that I was smelling a little bit in the picture, so I kind of did smell this one and I liked it. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. You can definitely get rose. Like if you're wondering, am I going to get rose? I get a little bit of the rose. I get the raspberry and the rose. I would say the most. I don't smell peach, I don't think. Maybe a tiny bit. And vanilla is just probably there to cream it out. It's basically rose and raspberry the most. Maybe like 40-40 and then 20% peach. That's what I get. Or maybe 10% peach, 10% vanilla. I don't know. This one would be a like for me, and let me see what my family rating is because this is a new release. So this is 4.5 out of 8. So again, again with the weird 0.5, I should almost just round it up. I'm gonna have to tell her she can't do that again. All right, the next one is clove and cinnamon. This is in the spice category, and this one is a classic scent of cinnamon sticks fused with cloves. And this one is definitely heavy on the clove, like it's like clove, cinnamon. There's definitely cinnamon, but the clove is like the assertive partner and the cinnamon is the gentle partner. Yeah, I mean, this one is fairly strong on cold sniff. I have not yet warmed this one myself, and it has not come up in Tester Tuesday as a winner yet, so I will definitely get to warm that, and I have a bar of it, so I should get on that. All right, let's discuss Cozy Cardigan. Cozy Cardigan was a new release before, and now it is back. It says, find bedded bliss in layers of soft suede, blushing rose, and amber silk. And I know I like this one. Yeah. This one makes me smile. It's very great for a bedroom. It's very romantic, soft, comforting, cozy. Just a tiny bit of rose. You get that, a little bit of suede. And amber silk. Usually amber kind of scares me, but it's really nicely done in this scent. This is a really good one. So definitely warm this in a smaller zone because if you try to warm it in a big area, it's probably going to get lost because it's only about a light to a medium. So that is a really good one, Cozy Cardigan. And this is available in some more products. I believe the fragrance flower and some other things. So that's kind of interesting. Let's move on to Cozy Fireside. Cozy Fireside is in the spice category. It says, warm spice notes with zesty ginger and cinnamon. And this one has a little bit of like that fireside tone to it as well. And I definitely get lots of ginger in here. So I get like fireside, like toastiness, embery, but I get a lot of ginger in here. And I also get cinnamon probably after the ginger. So this one is one that's been around for a while, returns all the time. People seem to love this one. So that is Cozy Fireside, a nice scent on a cool, crisp fall day. The next one on the list is Cranberry Garland, and this is in the woods category. This one is described as sweet tart cranberry grounded by sage and earthy pine cones. This one's really full. Yeah, and this one you definitely get a lot of cranberry and you definitely get a little bit of that woodsy tone. If you're someone that likes cranberry woods from Bath & Body Works, this is along the same line. It looks like lip gloss, doesn't it? Don't eat the wax. Yeah, this is mostly cranberry and you definitely get the woods next and then the sage at the end. And it's about a medium strength or medium plus, and it's a pretty good performer from my memory. So that is Cranberry Garland. The next one on the list is a new release, and it is called Dancing Sugar Plums. And this one is in the spicy category. So we'll see what my family thinks of this after I smell it. This one is described as rich spiced plum, falls right into step with visions of vanilla and sweet cinnamon apple. Let's see. Okay, this is pretty good. It's not super strong. It's a beautiful plum. Okay, any of you people that want to try sweet plum pastry, I feel like if you extracted the pastry out of sweet plum pastry, this is a little bit of what you're getting. It's nice. I would say I wish it was a little stronger. I definitely get plum. So I definitely get plum, and vanilla I think might be what's softening it a bit. And then cinnamon apple, you can definitely smell a little bit of the, like a warm sweetness with the plum. But you definitely get plum the most. But a lot of plum scents are very aggressive. This one is not. This one is really nice. This would be killer with like a sugar cookie, vanilla bean, buttercream, stroopwafel. Definitely want to mix this to kind of change it up. like I always like to warm things on their own and then also mix it. I'm going to put this in the love category because I really like that one. I just wish it was a little stronger, but let me see what my family thinks. 6.5 out of 8. So I think that's the strongest. I think that's the highest so far. So that is dancing sugar plums. What's up next? It is Eskimo Kiss. This is in the fresh category. It's described as blackberry jam, caramelized brown sugar, vanilla and amber in a softly romantic scent. And this is definitely romantic, great for the bedroom. It's hard to smell in here today, but I know I love this one. Oh, this is so nice. It's one of my favorites. It's very different. Okay, if you're thinking it's going to smell like blackberry jam, it kind of doesn't. It doesn't really smell like brown sugar or vanilla or amber, but if you put all those things together and add in other things that we don't know, you get Eskimo Kiss. It's like a really pretty, soft, but like bright, romantic scent. It's like almost like something that you'd, if they made this in body care, I would wear it. Oh, so good, so good. And it's the most pretty colored wax, so that is Eskimo Kiss. It lasts a long time, let me tell you. So it's not super strong, but very long lasting. The next one is a new to the catalog scent. This scent made it in from the Fireside Trio from last year, and it is Evergreen and Grapefruit. Now, Farmhouse Fir is not returning, and that had grapefruit. So I feel like this is kind of taking its place. And this is in the woods category, and I will read you the scent description. It says, fresh fir needles and white cedar sparkle with radiant notes of grapefruit. Yeah, and I like this. It reminds me of a twist of, like, you have the base that you have with very snowy spruce, a little bit like that, but then you get a little bit of that grapefruit that just comes through, gives it a little bit of a zing. Yeah, this is well done to me. Now, I remember my husband said he thought he hated a scent so much that he put 2 check marks, and guess which one it was? Evergreen and Grapefruit got 2 check marks in the dislike. So we can't really give it less. I'm going to say it's a like for me. Like for me, so 1 point there. 2 points from my son, so 3. My daughter didn't like, and my husband hated it. Like 2 check marks. He said just throw it out. So anyway, I guess that would be a 3 out of 8 for Evergreen and Grapefruit with the family rating. So not the greatest. It helps me to know these family ratings too, so I can tell what ones, you know, might be a little bit testy to warm in big zones. Maybe I shouldn't warm it in an area that certain people are going to be in if they hate it, that kind of thing. The next one is Farm Stand Pumpkin, and this is a scent that is new to me, but is definitely not new to Scentsy. And Farm Stand Pumpkin is in the spice category. I just have not warmed this one yet. So it is described as indulgent notes of fresh apple, cinnamon stick, pumpkin, and caramel. Now, I recently sold one of these. I had a bar from last year, and my down the street person asked if I had any Farm Stand Pumpkin. I'm like, yeah, I have one. So she wanted it. And I said to her, is it a lot of caramel? And she said, no, it's mostly spice, but I feel like I get a lot of caramel. I feel like if you took Caramel Vanilla Delight, added a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of apple, this is what you would get. But it's still mostly caramel to me. I don't get a lot of spice in this one, but that is just me. I have not warmed this one, so I can't give you any feedback, but I will definitely get to warming it this year because I want to try to warm things I haven't warmed. The next one is First Day of Fall, and this is returning from last year. And First Day of Fall is in the spice category. So just as a side note, there's 18 scents in the spice category, and 17 of those are coming for the fall and winter catalog. So quite a few. It says all the best parts are here. Just picked pumpkin, a breath of autumn woods, ground nutmeg, and a spicy dash of cinnamon. Now I remember really liking this one, but it's not a very strong performer for me. Yeah, it's a very nice medley. Just 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Cedar Cider a little bit, but not as good. Yeah, I don't find this one overly strong, so I would stick with Cedar Cider myself. But yeah, that is First Day of Fall. So do I get pumpkin? Yep. Do I get autumn woods? I guess. Do I get ground nutmeg and cinnamon? I definitely get nutmeg, and maybe not as much cinnamon as nutmeg, so that could be the differences there. Okay, coming up next is the beautiful blue wax of Homestead Holiday in the spice category. It says blood orange and cinnamon, freshened by fir needle. And I know I love this one. It's really good. It reminds me of Christmas Eve. When I first moved into this house, this is the scent I put on. One of my kids' godparents came by and she said, "What is that scent? It smells so good." She goes, "What is your in your house?" And I said, "Oh, it's Scentsy." It's so good. You definitely get the blood orange, but it's perfectly balanced with the tree, and it's perfectly balanced with the spice. Everything works together. This reminds me of like a fancy upscale craft store. When you go to the front cash and they put your purchase in a brown bag with the twine handles of the rope handles, you know what I'm talking about? And the tissue paper's coming out, and they have their business card inside, and they say, "Thank you for supporting our small business." That's Homestead Holiday. So, so good. And you hear the Christmas music in the background. Lovely. All right, the next one is honey pear cider. Honey pear cider is a good one, folks, and it is in the fruity category. I just covered this one in Tester Tuesday. It says the scent of pure autumn bliss, fresh juicy pear and sweet honey, together with subtle hints of spices. Oh, I love this one. Yes, this is one of my favorites. I love honey pear cider. And it's really good mixed with winterberry apple tea. That's the big mix that everybody does with honey pear cider. And this one here is a nice change of pace because it's a pear. And you don't get honey. The honey is just perfectly blends with the pear. So a lot of honey scents turn people off because it's like cloying, but this is not. And the spices are just gentle and well blended in with all the scents. This is like one that if it was a meal would be perfectly seasoned because it's just so good. Honey pear cider. Definitely pick this one up and give it a try. Even if you don't like honey, I would encourage you to give it a try. Here we have the beautiful green, the beautiful brown wax of Hug in a Mug. This one is in the bakery section. It is returning. It's been around for 2 or 3 years now. It says curl up with chocolate, hazelnut, and cookie dough. And it's definitely that. I don't get a lot of the cookie dough, but sometimes you can get a difference as compared to, this is kind of compared to hot cocoa and cream a lot from Bath & Body Works. So if you smelled that candle and you like it, you're probably going to love Hug in a Mug. Yeah, and this is really nice. Some people mix it with vanilla mint. You could mix this with a neutral bakery to change things up. You could mix this with a peppermint. Oh, so good. I'm getting a lot of the chocolate and the hazelnut. And the chocolate is like a little bit of a softened chocolate. Almost like a powdery milk chocolate. It's really nice. Hug in a Mug. What do we have next? We have 100 Acre Wood. This one is in the Disney section. So let me just flip by to the Disney. And I know I like this one. It is a light scent. Let me read you the notes. It's in the fresh category. It says, grab your favorite hand and wander through a friendly forest swirling with cotton blossoms, wild jasmine, and sweet, cozy vanilla. It almost makes you want to have a baby, but not quite. Yeah, this is really nice. And when you warm it, as long as you kind of warm it in a smaller zone, it's going to be a soft scent, a background scent, a gentle, calming scent. It's not going to be bang in your face, but it's so nice. It would be a great one in a small room, a nursery, a kid's room, or even a small bedroom, even a bathroom, a laundry room. I would probably suggest fiddling around, trying it with different intensity of warmers. So a ceramic bulb is probably going to give you the strongest scent, but something like a 12-watt element will kind of maintain a little bit of a lower prolonged scent release. So yeah, this is really, really good. I like that one. I'm so happy. That was one of the things when I saw it come back, I was super happy. All right, I feel like I'm going slow. Iced pine. And this is in the woods category. This is a love of mine. I think it's one of my favorite woodsy fragrances. It says, as refreshing as a walk through newly fallen snow, green fir and pine kissed by icy peppermint. See, I'm a peppermint and minty kind of girl. So if you're not that kind of person, then you may prefer different tree notes, but I Really like iced pine, and this is a boomer. If you're looking for a strong pine scent, folks, here you go. Yeah, it's good. You can get like a little bit of that mint at the back. Oh, I love this one. Yep, iced pine. I'm all over that. The next one is I'm Snow Over It. And I'm Snow Over It is in the fresh category. It says, you know you love it. Sage, whispering pine, and cedar wood bursting with bright berries will rekindle your winter romance. Now, I remember from doing Tester Tuesday last year that whispering pine is actually not a pine type of note. It is actually a minty kind of note. So that is interesting. And this one is all bumpy. So that's why you don't get an overly strong tree note in this. You get mostly a creamy, minty, fresh, like herbal kind of scent. And the sage is in there, and usually sage is a big turnoff for me, but it's well done in here. This one is a little bit kind of like on the same lines as Olaf, all those kind of like pretending to be snow kind of scents. This one didn't perform the greatest for me, so I'm probably Snow Over It, but a lot of people like this one, so they're probably happy to have it back. I will probably pass on repurchasing that, just wasn't a big, huge standout for me. The next one is a new release called, oh, what a cute name, Just For You, FIR. Love it, and it's in the woods category, and it is wild blackberry, offers its one-of-a-kind sweetness to a forest of fir balsam and pine needles. So we have blackberry with like fir and pine. That is very different. So I am kind of, oh, and this one is not as dry as the other ones. Oh, different. There's something I'm getting in the back. Like, let me just smell this here. I'm sorry to take up your time. It's got a little bit of like an eucalyptus. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a eucalyptus a little bit in here. Yeah, so it's like blackberry, fir balsam, and pine needle, and eucalyptus at the top. I would say I like this one. Not a love, a like. So let me see what everybody else thinks. So, and I should tell you that my family always says that I'm hard to please. Like my first impression, like sometimes I'm kind of hard to win over. So sometimes as the season goes on, I may fall in love with some of these. So I would give it 1 point. 2 points from my husband, so that's 3. 1 point from my daughter, so that's 4. 5, 6. So 6 out of 8 for Just For You. That's pretty good. 6 out of 8 just for you. All right, the next one is Maple Apple Bourbon. Now this one was one that came out last year. I remember thinking I was going to hate it. I actually kind of liked it a little bit. And now it's a bestseller, which I'm surprised because sometimes maple is a little bit controversial, and traditionally I don't like maple. So the scent notes are juicy red apple and rich maple. Get in the holiday spirit with a splash of bourbon. Whoa. And I remember when I opened up my testers, I felt like I could smell this the most. It almost smells like it has a raisin, like a raisin smell. But you get the warmth of the bourbon, and you get that maple. It's like a deep maple, like a dark maple. Yeah, but I feel like it has like a fig or a raisin undertone. It says apple. I don't know if I get a lot of apple. I get more of a, almost like a dried apple maybe with raisins. Like, and the bourbon, almost like a fruit compote, like spiked with some alcohol. Set it on fire. That is maple apple bourbon. Like I said, it's in the bestseller category, so that was probably a good selling scent from last year. The next scent is this beautiful white color wax, perfect peppermint. It's described as cooler than most. Pure peppermint is the popular kid you'll love to love in the fresh category. I've recently mixed this with sugared strawberry, and it was very nice. Yeah, and to me, it's not pure peppermint. It's got vanilla as a back note. And especially as you warm it, once the peppermint goes, you can smell more vanilla. But it's like it's not a super strong peppermint. It's not as strong as other peppermints I've smelled, such as Peppermint Rush, but it's fairly strong. It's pretty basic, and it's a good mixer. You should probably always have one peppermint bar, unless you hate it. just to kind of mix things with. Here we have Perfect Pumpkin Pear, back from demand. Some unpopular, some popular. This is like one of those controversial scents, and it is in the spice category. Here we go. It says fall, fresh pumpkin and crisp golden pears mingle with breeze drifting cloves and sandalwood accents. And I'm just going to tell you right now, I know I don't like this one, but I'm going to smell it anyway in case I've changed my mind. Not really. It's a weird scent to me. I definitely get sandalwood, but it almost doesn't work for me with the pumpkin and the pears and the cloves. And there's the odd time I get like a very bad smell, not a certain smell that other people have gotten, but almost like, and this isn't very nice to say, but almost like a canned dog food smell with those other notes. So I don't really like perfect pumpkin pear, but let's see what my family thinks. So let me go to my page here. Perfect pumpkin pear is a not like. My son liked it, so that's 1 point. My daughter did not. My husband liked it. So that would be 2 out of 8 for perfect pumpkin pear. And some people absolutely love this one. I think it's one of those ones that people smell differently. Some people really like it and some people don't. Let's talk about Pretty in Plaid. This is a returning to Scentsy, but not returning to the catalog. This is the first time it's been in the catalog. It was a scent of the month from December of last year. And let me read you the scent notes. It's in the woods category. It says juniper berries, jive. It says jibe. I think they have a misprint there. It should be jive. With minty fresh wintergreen, festive Douglas fir, and bright tart cranberries. And I remember liking this one. Oh, yeah. There's a little bit of a note here. What is that note? It's probably the wintergreen. I'm not sure about the wintergreen, but I really like all the other parts of it. You definitely get a tree note. You get a brightness from the cranberry. The cranberry is not super dominant. Yeah. Mostly tree. Then you get wintergreen, sweetness, and tartness of cranberry. Not very much cranberry in my opinion. Pretty in Plaid. I'm going to say that is a like for me. Okay, my daughter said she disliked it. Oh, sorry. My son disliked it. My daughter was on the fence, so that would be 1.5 points so far. And my husband did not like it, so that one only got 1.5 out of 8. 1.5 out of 8. My family is not being very friendly to these scents. I think the highest we've had is 6.5. And that was dancing sugar plums, I believe. The next one is pumpkin cinnamon swirl. Pumpkin cinnamon swirl is one that I really like. I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you it's a good one. It's a good spice scent, but it's more a bakery scent to me. But they put it in the spice category. It says fresh pumpkin garnished with cinnamon stick and a dollop of whipped icing. And I always say if you took apple butter frosting and put pumpkin in it, that is this. It's like a pumpkin Cinnabon. You can get a little bit of that vanilla drizzle, like at the end when they're drizzling it. And they're like, oh, we got a little extra in the bag. Let's put a little bit more on. It's so good. This was October 2017 scent of the month, I believe. That was before I was a consultant, but I remember I was getting into Scentsy at the time. So coming up, pumpkin roll. This is in the bakery section. It says creamy pumpkin pie filling surrounded with yellow cake, pecans, butter, and spice. And I know I like this one. Oh my gosh, this one's really dry. Gotta zhuzh it up. This is really good. You get it almost reminds me of those pumpkin roulade cakes, like a pumpkin spice cake with the cream cheese frosting type thing. But you don't really smell cream cheese frosting, but more of a pumpkin roulade with a confectioner sugar dusting. But you can get like a little bit of nuttiness, so maybe a glaze instead with nuts sticking to the glaze. This is good. I love this one. And one time I mixed this with winterberry apple tea and it was really nice too. Oh, this is so cute. Slay All Day. Slay All Day is a new scent and it is in the fresh category. It says, snow-kissed mint and juniper keep their cool as they dash through the crisp mountain air. So this is kind of, sounds a little bit like, what was that other one called? I forget what the other one was called. Okay, so this is more woodsy than that other minty one was. So this is like more woodsy to me. I'm surprised they didn't put in the woods category. I smell that juniper. I smell juniper, then the snow-kissed mint, and I don't really get mountain air very much. This is a pretty good one. I'll say that I like this one. So let's see what my family thinks. 4.5 out of 8 for Slay All Day. Pretty blue wax. Yeah. Yeah, you can get that crisp mountain air the more you kind of breathe in, but this will be interesting to see how this plays out when it warms. I would probably stick to almost like a rec room. This would be a good rec room scent. Here's one of my favorites, probably like in the top 5 for me. I don't warm it as much as I should. Silver Bells. I love this one. It's in the fresh category. It says mint candy canes dance over warm and welcoming winter pear, all enveloped in a velvety blanket of caramel and vanilla sugar. Oh, I can tell. Oh, and it's soft but friggin' beautiful. Love it. Oh, this is like a body care, beautiful, beautiful, soft. Oh my gosh, mintiness. And the pear just adds sweetness. You don't smell a pear. Caramel and vanilla sugar, you don't really smell those. I would say vanilla sugar maybe. Oh, this is so good. Great for a bedroom. Wonderful, soothing, relaxing scent. Next one is Snowberry. This one's been around for a while, and it's in the fruit category. This one is luscious blend of loganberry, strawberry, peppermint, and zesty cinnamon. And only once did I get cinnamon out of this. Mostly you get the vibrancy of the fruit and the zing of that, the peppermint. I think the loganberry is what makes this so different. I don't know what a loganberry is or smells like, but I think that's the differentiating note with this. Super, super different, super nice. I would like to see them bring something like this out in a brick, just to switch things up from the normal bricks we see, but I don't know. I think they base their bricks on what sells the best. The next one is Snow-Kissed Cranberry, and this is a new to the catalog scent, but not new to us because this was November last year's scent of the month, and this is a really big love of mine. I know I love it. It's going in the love pile. Yeah, and it's kind of, oh, let me just read you the scent description before I get all excited. Okay, frozen pink cranberries trek through fresh fallen powder, white balsam, and glistening sugared woods in the fruity category. And it's almost like a fancy body care cranberry. Very nice, a definite nice winter scent. Right after Christmas, this would be really nice too. Oh, I really, really like this one. Definitely a love of mine. So let's see what my family thinks. So I said I love it. My son loves it. My daughter between loves and likes, so we're up to 5.5. And my husband loves it, so that is 7.5. That is terrific. That is definitely the highest so far. Who knew? And we just have a few more to finish up, so let's talk about Stroopwafel Delight. This is in the bakery section, and this is returning from last year. It was a very good performer, nice and strong. It says a cozy twist on a traditional Dutch treat made with creamy vanilla and rich melted butter and cinnamon. Yeah, and you can definitely get, I don't get a lot of sweetness with this. I get like a very like caramel butter waffle. And a stroopwafel is kind of like one of those thin waffles, and they put like the caramel glaze and kind of sandwich them together. Yeah, I don't really get a lot of cinnamon, so if you're scared of cinnamon, I would still give this a try because this is a really good mixer too. And as you mix it, if you even picked up any cinnamon, you would even get less after it was mixed. The next one is a favorite of mine, Vanilla Mint, a wonderful bedroom bathroom scent. Not super strong, but it's in the fresh category, and it is described as wintergreen frost sparkles over vanilla and frozen citrus. Yeah, oh, it's such a different kind of, it's that citrus I think just lifts it up. Wintergreen, vanilla, and frozen citrus. Those three things put together and you get a beautiful vanilla scent, very sweet, not like a peppermint at all. Not like a peppermint at all. You'd be surprised because that citrus kind of brightens it up and kind of differentiates it from all the other minty scents that we have. So that is highly recommended bedroom or bathroom small area scent from me. The next one is Very Merry Cranberry, and this is in the fruit section. And it's described as lush red winter berries pop against a backdrop of snow-covered cedar, creating a lovely winter landscape. And this is this is very oily. And this is very much mostly cranberries with just the tiniest bit of woodsiness. So this is more like, I think it's called iced cranberry from Bath & Body Works. Is that what it's called? No, I don't know if that's the right. If I remember, I'll put it down below. Not the cranberry woods, the other one that's everybody buys. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. It is a nice fruity cranberry with the tiniest bit of woods. Now let's talk about very snowy spruce. A little bit more woodsy, for sure. And this is a bestseller in the woods category. It says, breathe in fresh forest air, balsam, spruce, and cedar branches embrace the warmth of amber and woodsy pine cones. Yeah, and I think the only reason I'm not crazy about this is I do pick up the amber, but it's a nice blend of all those other tree notes. Most people absolutely love this one. It is their favorite tree scent. For me, it is not. But it is, from my memory, it's about a medium performer for me in my big zone. And I find tree scents, they don't last very long like Christmas tree scents. A lot of woodsy notes like cedar and that kind of thing make things last longer. But some of these fir, balsam, those kind of things, they don't seem to last as long. Pine. And last but certainly not least, one of my favorites, one of most people's favorites, and I'm always shocked, it's definitely not in the bestseller, doesn't have that denotation, but it's a bestseller in my books, Winterberry Apple Tea. This is described as winter tea, cozies up to cranberry, apple, and honey. And I think sometimes the average person in the public might be like, I don't want like a tea scent. But this is a like plummy, cranberry, apple, honey, delicious, medley, warm it all year kind of scent if you want. And there's a tiniest bit of cinnamon. Some people describe a lot. For me, it's a low-level cinnamon. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You got to pick this one up. Promise me you'll pick it up. Anyway, sorry to take so long. Thanks for spending the last almost hour with me. I'll try to edit it down. But let me know what ones you guys like, and I hope that my family rating helped you. I feel like my family was a little bit hard on this round, and I will buy all the new release bars, but before then we will do them all in Tester Tuesdays, and as well as the new to the catalog scents. So we will have 15 scents. We will do 3 rounds each week, 3 scents each week, so it'll take 5 weeks to cover them all. As always, thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.